I have the new Sigma Beauty Skin Tint, and Sydeny Grace sent me all 4 of their new eyeshadow palettes just in time for their Christmas in July sales. Let's go ahead and test some new makeup. If you're interested, just keep watching. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, this is kind of a fun moment in my YouTube career because I have new products from 2 brands that kind of gave me a chance when I was just a smaller creator. So, I mean, I'm still small. Put that in parentheses, still a small creator, but I definitely remember when Sydeny Grace put me on their PR list, and of course I love Sigma so much, so I've got some new stuff from them to try out, which I'm super duper excited about. So let's go ahead and put on some skin tint really quick. So this box arrived, somewhat surprised by Sigma's new launch. I know I saw a sneak peek email, but here is the PR. I'm so excited about this. So this is their Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint, and it's launching on August 6th. 2024 at sigmabeauty.com. You can of course use my discount code at Sigma Beauty. It's KHMAKEUP 10, and that will give you, I believe, 10% off the Sigma site. They are also currently running their semi-annual sale, so everything's already discounted, and then you can stack my code on top of that, which is awesome. I did mention that in new makeup releases, but I have 2 shades, so we will go ahead and read what it says here. It says, beauty meets skincare. Discover the perfect balance between skincare and makeup with our Skin Perfector Hydrating Tints. The Ultra Smooth formula provides the hydrating boost of a moisturizer and the lightweight buildable coverage of a liquid foundation, allowing you to customize your look from sheer to medium coverage. Formulated with nourishing ingredients like hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, plant-derived squalane, and niacinamide, this hydrating skin tint provides a dewy, natural-looking finish. Available in 6 versatile tints that cover a range of skin tones. So I guess you can do some mixing and matching. Is that how it works? If you take a look at this card, you'll see 6 different skin tones. And then there's like 3 swatches on each face. I did swatch these shades when the package came in because I was curious. So they sent me shade 4, which I guess I don't really have a description. And then I have shade number 5. So I think 4, let me just show you guys really quick. And I think this packaging is super cute. The one thing I will say is that I think it's a little confusing that all of the bottles are the same color, because the only way you can kind of see like the shade is to look on the sticker, which I guess if you're not buying multiple shades is not a big deal, but I just thought I'd mention that. So to me, 4 feels like it would be way too light. Like it's like a peachy shade, and then we have 5, which I feel like is more my skin tone. So I'm dealing with the 5th shade, and then there's only 1 other shade darker than this. I'm just curious to see how that works. I'm definitely not a foundation formulator. I'm not a makeup chemist. I don't know exactly how other skin tones will make shades like this work for them. I'm only talking about my experience. Now, I know when they do skin tints and like lighter coverage products, brands tend to kind of start off with a smaller amount of shades, but I don't know. I've seen this product on lots of different skin tones. As you can see, this is a very dark skinned woman right here. So to me, if they're wearing this product, it means that there is a shade that goes that dark. So I guess you can kind of see it right here. So like on the shade 5, I'm assuming that's the darkest shade, and then on her skin tone you can see it's like blended in. So I don't know. I'm not claiming to know everything. I just want to try it out and see how it looks on me, and then I will tell you what I think about it as it wears throughout the day and things like that, even if it's like worth picking up because I have some skin tints, but I'm definitely more of like a medium full coverage gal. I know the clean girl aesthetic is still alive and well, but I still love a good full coverage beat on my face just because I feel like I don't have to like worry as much. And so it's all a preference, right? So anyway, I'm super duper curious to see how that shade looks on my face. So let's go ahead and put it on. Okay, so we're gonna give it a nice shake because it does say to shake up the bottle. I don't hear any like beads in there, so that's interesting. And it doesn't say like if you should use a sponge or a brush. So I'm just gonna use the F80 from Sigma, and I'm just gonna put it on my jaw just to see. Okay, it looks a little peachier than what I like. Interesting. I also have a ton of skincare on. Well, that's a lie. It's not a ton. It's just a lot for me. So I have some vitamin C on and I have sunscreen on. So I feel like when I have skincare on my face, like when I wear my vitamin C and when I put sunscreen on, my face is already like super duper glowy, so it'll be interesting. I definitely see a light perfected look on this side of my face. I don't know that I love the shade match, but I don't think putting in shade 4 will help because it's so light. I feel like it's just gonna make the shade lighter, and I actually need maybe something to just make this a little bit more cool tone. So I probably wouldn't put this to help because I feel like it's just going to make it more pale. I feel like I'm not explaining myself well, but I'm going to try. Okay, let's just put on some more. Okay, I mean, I think the shade's okay. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I could probably also try and do a wear test maybe, just to see how it holds up during the day. I feel like now that I've blended it into my skin, it looks like it's a really good shade match. So it could also be that my hand is a lot darker than my face. No, actually on this side, when it goes on fresh, it looks like I look like a Cheeto, just a little bit. But I think it kind of just settles, and once I blend it in, it doesn't look as orange, right? Or am I delusional? I don't know. Okay, let me just keep blending it into the skin. The way I just want to plop a full coverage on my face because I want to film like my eye look and stuff today. So I just like having a really perfected canvas when I'm filming, because why not? Like, I like to look like I have makeup on. Okay, I'm trying to squeeze this out. Okay, here we go. Did Sigma intend for me to put on this much of the skin tint? I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, I really like how it's looking on the skin. It's definitely dewy, but it's not overly like oily or greasy looking. And I like how it's looking on my face. I can definitely still see the imperfections of my skin. I think the shade match is like a hair off. It's a little too orange in my opinion, or a little too warm. I just keep saying orange, but I will give it a chance, so we'll see. And I will go ahead and use the Spectrum Color Correcting Duo that I have from Sigma, and then I will use the powder to set this to see how it lasts throughout the day. Okay, also I just powdered under my under eyes, threw on some eyeshadow primer, did my brows, and I'm ready for eyeshadow. So Sydeny Grace ever so kindly sent me their 4 new palettes, as well as a really cute bar of soap that I want to try and a nail polish. The nail polish I'm going to put in my July monthly giveaway because I get my nails done, and so I would love to pass it on to one of you in one of the packages that I'm going to mail out in the upcoming giveaway. But anyway, they did send me this flyer. I'm just going to type out all the deals in my description box for you guys in case you're interested, because there are 9 different deals, and I already read this on my new makeup releases video, and I don't want to bore you guys to death again, and the information's not hard to find. So if you really want to know, it's already on Instagram, and I will put it in the description box of this video as well. So hopefully you can kind of plan your shopping around what you want to pick up. Now, I'm so excited because I did close-ups and swatches of all these palettes, and they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. I thought for sure that summer was my favorite, but then every single one is just so interesting, especially the fall and winter palettes. When I looked at them, I was like, I don't know about these. But then when I swatched them, they're actually really beautiful. Kind of cool tone vibes. Winter is a very interesting palette. So hopefully you guys will be able to pick that up when you see the swatches. They are so incredible. I love how Sydeny Grace shadows are. They're just so pigmented, so buttery, and the metallics are just so creamy. So they feel like a really creamy shadow. If you love that, you're gonna love these. And I did swatch 2 palettes at a time just because they're 9-pan palettes, so I could fit the swatches on my arm, and I thought it would just make it a little less kind of boring for you guys to watch. So hopefully the swatches are helpful to you guys. Now, I would love to create an eye look with every single one, but that would take 4 different shots at me filming, and I just don't have that kind of time at the moment. In case you guys missed it, I had Testing New Makeup episode 27 go up the other day, and I mentioned that my in-laws are actually visiting. So my husband's mom does not live in the US, and she's here from out of the country for 5 weeks, and she's staying with us, of course, so it's a little bit chaotic. My babysitter's actually here today watching my kids for a little bit just so I could film this video. I also have the new Bella Beaute bar stuff heading my way. I just got my Unearthly mystery box. I still haven't had the time to film a bunch of stuff, so I do apologize for my lack of posting, but I swear, you guys, I'm not ignoring you. Anyway, these palettes are beautiful. I don't feel like we should be that surprised because it's Sydeny Grace and they always have top-notch quality. That being said, I have an idea for a look I want to do with the Western Summer palette, so I'm going to go ahead and dive into this. I also did go through some of the palettes that I kept from my last declutter from Sydeny Grace, and I feel like we have some comparisons that we can make. Okay, so for my outer corner, I'm going to use this shade called Beach Bonfire, and I'm going to kind of do a little less intense of a look. Usually I, want to do a super dark contrasty look on the outer corner, but I'm hoping that this could be kind of a fun, everyday-ish look with a twist. So hopefully it turns out. These mattes, they just are so effortless and they just build up so nicely, and I just love that for me. So I'm just gonna go ham with the shade in my crease on both eyes. Okay, so I'm really excited about this shade called Red Rock. It's a really pretty, like, buttery yellow pastel shade. So I'm just gonna take it on this same brush and I'm gonna press it into the inner part of my eyelid. I always get so excited about these yellows, and then I realize, like, I need to grab a base. I should have grabbed a base, but that's okay. I'm just gonna press it on and keep on chugging. I really want to use that beautiful yellow shimmer shade all over the lid, so my plan was to use this as my kind of lighter matte shadow, and I'm just running that all over my lid and into the inner portion of my crease. But it swatched so beautifully, so I was expecting it to be a little bit more pigmented, but I'm trying to build it up with this brush and just kind of press it into my crease and then lightly just kind of blend it into that darker shadow. I already feel like I need another cup of coffee this morning. Slowly fading away. Just kidding. Okay. It's kind of cute. It's light, but I kind of am here for it. Okay, so let me grab a flat brush so we can put on the shimmer shade, which I decided I wanted to use Extreme Tubing. That looks so pretty when I swatch it, so I want to put it on my lids. I've been really into this big flat Sigma eyeshadow brush. I love how it places color on my lids, so I'm just gonna pack that shade onto my lid. I feel like a sunflower. That is so pretty. Okay, low-key, that's looking exactly how I thought I was gonna have it look. So just the most beautiful, subtle, but also like gorgeous look. I just feel like this is something that people can really use day to day. Simple 2 shades, 3 shades, I guess, with the shimmer, but also like impactful, kind of fun, especially for the time of year that we're in. That's cute. I like how it's looking. Am I basic? Am I being a basic bee a little bit? But also, I feel like I'm kind of here for it. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that shade. That's the darker browny poopy color on the outer corner a little bit. Just gonna give it a little blendy blend, but I know it's a little different for me. A little simpler, a little bit more quick and easy, but I'm kind of here for it. So let me go ahead and finish up the lower lash line, and I'll be right back to try another one of the blushes I picked up this month that I haven't tried yet. Okay, I used the Natasha Denona eye pencil in the shade Fushi from the Yucca collection. This is such a pretty shade. Okay, so I was contemplating a green lower lash line because the shade is so pretty. I don't know, should I do it or should I stick to the yellow? Let me start off with Beach Bonfire on the outer half of this look, and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do. I like to always connect back to the outer corner from the lower lash line as well, just because I feel like it makes the look a little bit more well put together. I'm gonna take a little bit of Bridal Veil Falls, that's the name of that shade, the green shade, that is so pigmented. And I'm just gonna run that on the lower lash line, just to give it a little bit of a pop. And then I'm going to take the shade Red Rock, which is the shade I used on the inner portion of the crease. And I'm just going to pack that on the inner half of the lower lash line and try to build that up as much as I can. I don't mind doing a matte inner corner, so if that's how it works out, then maybe that's how it's gonna work out. We'll see. Okay, so the eye look is done. Now, Bella Beaute Bar just revealed their new mascara, and I was wearing this in my new makeup releases video, but I hadn't seen them talk about it, so I didn't want to mention it, but I did try this out already, and it's a really nice mascara at like separating my lashes. So I figured I'd go ahead and demo this really quick in case you're interested in picking this up when they launch their new collection. So I always curl my lashes just to help them out a little bit. And I always start with the lower lash line because it helps prevent mess. And I really like this Wet n Wild mascara for the lower lash line because it's waterproof and it's super affordable, and they have a skinny brush. And so it makes it really easy to get in the lower lash line. I like to put a little mascara on my lower lash line because I think it gives the lower lashes some nice definition. And then while that dries, I'm going to go in with the Bella Beaute mascara. So here is the first application, and I'll show you a side-by-side with one set of lashes coated with the mascara and the other side with no mascara. So as you can see, it really is giving my lashes some nice separation. I wouldn't say this is a volumizing one, but it definitely makes it look like I have a lot of lashes. And I like the size of this brush because it's not too big. So I haven't stabbed myself in the eye with it yet, but this is the side with mascara. This is the side without. I don't have like the worst lashes in the world by any means, but I love putting on a good coat of mascara really just to help add to the look. And now let's go ahead and do a first coat on this side. Usually I'm going a lot quicker with my mascara because I have no patience. So I'm really trying to take it slow. I do try to like start at the base and like wiggle the wand through. Okay, so here is just one coat. Now I'm gonna apply a few more coats and I'll be right back to show you how it looks once it's done. Okay, so for some reason this eye decided to be an absolute disaster and I'm waiting for the mascara to dry before I clean it off. But I thought while we wait, let's go ahead and try out a new blush. So this is super embarrassing, but I have 3 blushes that I'm yet to try and they're all kind of a red blush. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and try the Hourglass blush because this is one that I was so excited about and then I just haven't been able to try it. So let's go ahead and try. Super cute, tiny little package, and I got it in the shade Imagine, which is like a really pretty red shade, and it's sealed like any good product would be, duh. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this out. I know you have to like, I'm so excited. Okay. This is the Sigma and Samantha Ravindal brush I've been using. Ooh. Oh, oh yeah, that is so pretty. Sheared out so nicely. Sorry, you guys know me. I love Hourglass. And like a liquid blush is like my bitch, you know? Okay, sorry. I've just been waiting to try. Ooh, she's a pigmented girly. Okay, now it's getting out of control. Just calm down, Karen. Okay, I think I went a little overboard on the blush. Like I should have just stopped with the 2 drops, but I couldn't help myself. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna have to see if that dries down. But while we're waiting for that to dry down before I throw on some highlighter, let's go ahead and try out another shade of the Fenty Gloss Bomb Sticks. Okay, so I just lined my lips with the Unearthly Cafe Lip Liner. And I'm gonna try out the shade Sorta Selfish. I was humming and hawing about the shade thinking it's gonna be a little too light. But I couldn't tell, so I was like, well, you just have to buy it for yourself and see. That's pretty. I love how glossy these are. Ooh, I like that. It's so cute. Okay, Fenty, I see you with these fun shades. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try and find a highlighter that goes with this makeup look. I'm gonna throw on some earrings and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look and give you all of my first impression thoughts on the new products I tested. Okay, so the thing is, I was gonna use like a neutral highlighter and then I found Clionadh Tangy and we just tiptoed on over to Fairy Garden Princess territory and now I have green highlighter on my face and I don't hate it. So there's that. This hair is gonna stay as is because I need to wash this in the worst way. It's over a week and a half now. I've been putting K18 dry shampoo in it and it's just like no more, bitch, no more. So at some point please pray that I get to wash my hair this week, but I kind of am jazzed with the look and I love the addition of the shade Tangy. I did pop some in my inner corner as well because why not? But the true test is of course always going to be my babysitter's reaction and my husband's reaction. Maybe the in-laws, we'll see, but I'm going to wear this makeup look. I did use the One Size setting spray because I want to see how long the skin tint will last. And this product is great at making your makeup last longer. I did not use a primer today. I forgot to mention that. I wanted to see how the skin tint would do with just my skincare and no primer. So just keep that in mind as you're watching the check-ins as well. Now let's go ahead and talk about everything I put on my face so you guys can hear my first impressions. Let's start off with the Hourglass blush. It did dry down. What I will say is from the marketing I saw, I thought this wasn't gonna be as pigmented, especially with my tan complexion. So I kind of went a little overboard. I should have probably stopped with the first round of blush, but then I added some more. So it's probably looking a little intense. I mean, not that I care, but I just want to say these are more pigmented than I thought. I really want another shade. I saw these in store and I was instantly interested in like this peachy color, and I almost bought it, and I was like, bitch, you haven't even tried the first one yet. So I'm happy I tried this out. I probably shouldn't get the other shade because I don't need another blush, another liquid blush, but you never know. Come Sephora sale time in November, if I'm feeling a little frisky, I might pick up that other shade as well. So far, the Fenty Gloss Bomb Sticks have been a hit. I think I actually really like this color even more than the other shade that I tried in my Testing New Makeup episode 27, I think. So yeah, this is cute. I wish that she had done a terracotta shade. I was kind of hoping that's what this one could be, but I wasn't sure because the swatches kind of made this look orange, but also not really. So it looks like it's just a nice nude shade, but I think this is a little warmer than the one I wore the other day, the Spice Coal shades. Okay, I have the other shade right here. So this one is a little bit more mauve-y. This one's a little bit more cafe mocha type shade, but honestly, yeah, you can see it actually. My lighting is so weird in here right now because I have the curtains open, so for me it's like so much glare, it's hard for me to see, but yeah, you can tell this one is a warmer shade, and then Spice Cold is a little bit more cool tone mauve. So anyway, I have one more shade that I picked up that I need to try out, but those are so cute. I need to contain myself with these lipstick purchases. Anyway, I was just so curious about it. As far as the Bella Beaute mascara goes, this is okay. I really like how it separates my lashes. I definitely see length with this, but it also says that this is volumizing, and I'm not sure about the volumizing claim. It definitely made some of my lashes stick together, and that was a little bit complicated because I had to like try and separate them out as much as I could, and then it just kept sticking together even more, so that was kind of driving me a little bit mad. But overall, it's a nice mascara. I'm not going to say it's my favorite mascara and I'm going to throw away all my other mascaras, but I feel like they've definitely got something good going here with this mascara formula. And I really like the packaging too. It feels like a really nice, like cooling metal almost in the cap, but the more I think about it, I think it's like a plastic tube. So either which way, I think this is a decent mascara from a indie brand. Okay, so let's go ahead and chat about the Sydeny Grace eyeshadow palettes. I haven't worn every single one on my eyes yet, so I'm only basing this off of having tried a lot of their other palettes in the past, as well as trying the summer palette on my eyes. I think the color stories in these are so pretty. I definitely underestimated these based off of the pictures I saw online. I think that when you see them in person, they're so much more interesting. They come alive and they swatch beautifully, so I'm very happy about that. I just wanted to show you guys a few comparisons. Now, Western Summer, of course, immediately reminded me of Heaven on Earth, but I will say Heaven on Earth is a much more cool tone palette, and I actually prefer the Western Summer color story because it has that pop of yellow and that pastel yellow shade as well. So depending on your vibes, if you like a cool tone, if you like a warm tone, if you like a 9 pan versus a 15 pan, maybe you want to get them both, you sure can. But I just wanted to mention. And then I didn't really see a lot of similarities in the Southern Spring. I know they've done other palettes kind of with this color story. I don't think I have any of them really with me anymore because I know they've done that like grungier vibe, but this is a really cute like everyday grungy color story as well. And then for Northern Winter, I found a few kind of mauve palettes. So we have this one called Raspberry Kiss. That was kind of giving me that same vibe. So if you have it and you're trying to maybe save some money, of course the winter palette is just a little bit more cool tone. So it has those gray shades as well if you're interested in that. And then for Western Summer, I also wanted to show it to you guys next to Mountain Trail, which is just mostly greens. There's no blues in there. So just wanted to show you guys that. So yeah, I didn't honestly find a ton of comparisons in my existing Sydeny Grace eyeshadow palette collection, but also there's probably shades that are very close. So if you're on a low buy or no buy, maybe you can go through your collection and swatch things and like look at my video and see if you can make some comparisons. And I'm also guessing you're going to be able to find swatches on the Sydeny Grace website. I almost forgot to mention, all of the palettes they sent me are in the deep category. So I think every palette has a light version and a deep version. Not sure which shades, but I will say from previous experience with Sydeny Grace, when they do a light version and a deep version, they don't typically change all of the shadows. It's just some of the shadows are better suited for a deeper complexion. I can usually go between either or, so it makes sense that they just send me the deep one. I'm happy not to have duplicates of all of these palettes, just to have one extra shade here, one extra shade there. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say about the Sydeny Grace sale. It's always a good time. Their Christmas in July sale is definitely always anticipated, so let me know down in the comments what you're planning on picking up. Okay, so last but certainly not least, the Sigma Skin Tint. Now, I feel like if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know this. I try to explain it as best as I can. I'm just one of those people that does not like to make up their mind on things right away. It takes me a while to wear stuff, really kind of decide if I love something or I don't love something, which is why I don't do favorites videos and things like that, especially when it comes to like base makeup, because it's just so hard for me. There's stuff like blushes and stuff I can make my mind up about really quick, but when it comes to products like this, I really need to be in the mood. And sometimes it's just like the weather and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to wear this, you know? So it just depends. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see Sigma take another dive into the base makeup pool. Of course, they have amazing bronzers, amazing blushes, eyeshadows. They do all of that so well. They do amazing brushes. But I know they've been a little bit slower at getting into base makeup like concealers and foundations and things like that. I have heard how hard it is to formulate base makeup, especially foundations and concealers. I mean, brands get wrecked when they don't have the right amount of shades and the right undertones and things like that. So I totally get it. I get why it's hard to make foundations. I'm not saying that this is gonna be the best foundation for everyone. I'm not gonna say that this is the best foundation for me. I am not a skin tint gal, like I said, but I'm willing to try anything. So far, I think it looks a lot better than I was expecting it to. I was a little bit nervous because, I mean, I like doing the clean girl aesthetic, but it's not something I want to do all the time. So I will keep you posted. We are probably going to do some check-ins just to see how this wears throughout the day. I didn't see any claims on like if this is long wearing or anything like that. It just seems like it's a hydrating skin tint. Typically, I expect maybe like 8 hours-ish with most things. So we'll see how it goes. I will check in a few times so we can see if it wears nicely throughout the day. Overall, it's fine. It's nice. My skin looks nice and hydrated and healthy, but the jury's still out for me. So I will keep you guys posted. I'll check back in. I hope you enjoyed this testing new makeup / Sydeny Grace swatch party situation. I have a ton of other videos that I need to work on, so definitely subscribe, and I will see you in another check-in in a little while. Oh, I almost forgot. It's 11:53 a.m. right now, so I will be back in a couple hours to show you guys my makeup soon. Okay, I literally look like I should be going to some kind of like Tomorrowland rave, but I'm just outside. It's 12:47 and I'm doing a check on the skin tint. I can't get over this highlighter. Like, what was I doing? Like, putting this highlighter on my face like this. It's like all stuck to... I have not watched the footage of this video yet. I have a bad feeling about it. I have a bad feeling, but anyway, it's fine. It's a skin tint. I don't really know what else to say about it just yet. Okay guys, it's 3:35 and here's how it's looking. I think the makeup looks way better in artificial light. The natural light was freaky with this highlighter, so it definitely had me questioning like my life choices. But as far as this skin tint goes, it's actually holding up really well. I think I'm just in a bit of a funk. I've got a lot going on personally, like just stuff, guests, all that stuff. So it's a lot right now. So I'm just like, I'm tired. I just want to sleep. It's 3:36 in the afternoon I just want to take a fucking nap. Anyways, I think the skin tint's good. I shouldn't hold the skin tint accountable for me being tired. And also the Sydeny Grace palette is holding up nicely. And this highlighter is super dope. Not that this video was about the highlighter, but yeah, everything's looking super nice. Okay, it's 7:13 p.m. and the light's coming from over here, but I'm too lazy to move. So this is what my makeup's looking like so far. I've taken a nap, I've had dinner, I ate a watermelon. I'm not expecting any of this to survive, but it's been doing pretty well. I powdered mostly just under my eyes, and I didn't wear primer today. I did try out the Summer Fridays SPF. Usually I wear the Super Goop, and I feel like the Summer Fridays one is a little less like greasy feeling on the face, so maybe that's why I don't feel as greasy and like my makeup isn't slippy and slidey. I've heard a lot of people recommend the Summer Fridays one, but I just had a sample, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, it's 8:30, and usually I wear my makeup on for way longer, but I have a small window where I can wash my hair and it's not like super late at night. So I'm gonna do that because I haven't washed my hair in almost 2 weeks. It's been about 10-11 days, so I really want to wash it. I really like the wave though. It's a little out of control, but anyway, I've been using the KHMAKEUP dry shampoo, and I actually really like this dry shampoo. It's the only one I've ever used that didn't leave me feeling like chalky. It's a little bit chalky in my hair, but overall it's probably one of the better dry shampoos I've tried. Anyway, I think the makeup looks really good. I was also realizing that the skin tint stayed on quite well, probably because I used the Patrick Star One Size Setting Spray, because that stuff's like hairspray. I don't know what made me want to use that, because I don't really ever use it all the time. Anyways, yeah, so this is how it turned out. I can't wait to keep trying the skin tint even more. I think the shade match ended up working out for me, so everything looks really, really nice, and everything held up really well, and I'm super duper happy with how it all turned out. I'll probably go a little less aggressive with the Hourglass blush the next time I try it, but other than that, it all worked out. I hope you guys enjoyed this small wear test, and I will update you guys on everything in my monthly haul next month.